Well, before we get to that, did you enjoy your time teaching?
Yes, I did.
You taught 3rd and 4th grade? Is that
I
right?
taught 3rd grade for 2 years, and the last year I had 3rd and 4th. No, wait a minute. I started in 58, 59, 60, 61, 62 I didn't teach. Yeah. I taught 3rd grade, and then the 2nd year I taught a split group. They didn't have enough teachers enough students for, and this teacher that was going to have to take the split group was about to retire, and I honestly don't know how she would have handled it. And I told the principal, I said, I'll teach 3rd and 4th.
That had to be hard.
It is.
Trying to do 2 different levels and
yes, and it's hard. And they didn't split the kids up. They had like I had 12 4th graders, from one of them couldn't read to one of them was very smart, and the other class, how many I had mostly 3rd graders, and it was the same level. So the next year when the principal said something about teaching split, I said, I will teach only if you give me, I don't care whether you give me the slow ones or the top ones, but I want the kids in one grade to be all the same level. I said, it's too hard.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
What was the name of the school where you taught?
Roosevelt.
Is it still operating today?
As far as
Yeah.
I think so.
So then you got pregnant with Carl, and they made you couldn't teach anymore.
Well, you can't go back. Well, I was pregnant, and I knew that I would have to quit school because I was like 3 months, whatever long. I didn't start back the following September.
Because was that a policy back then? You couldn't be pregnant and teach?
The policy was you couldn't be pregnant and teach. Now, we had one in our school that was definitely pregnant and taught, but the principal was in on it, and if you had a principal that would let, and what happened was she got to finish a year. Like, she was going to have to quit in January, I don't know, but anyway, she finished out that year. But no, you could not wear maternity, you could not be, so she just kept wearing longer skirts.
So could you have children and teach? Could you have gone back and taught, or is it just you couldn't be pregnant?
I don't think they had any restrictions on, I don't know for sure, but as I remember, there wasn't any restrictions on parents teaching, but you couldn't be pregnant and teach. You have to leave your classroom in the middle of the year, and it's somebody else coming in, not knowing the kids. I mean, it makes good sense, but they work it out now, so they could have worked it out then.
I think you're right. Well, tell me, what was it like for you becoming a mother? Children.
I thought it was pretty neat.
What were your pregnancies like with Carl and Craig and Cheryl? Did you have easy pregnancies?
I don't remember having real hard pregnancies. I'm sure I was sick. I mean, I know that but that's normal.
Nothing too bad.
No.
Yeah. Well, tell me about being a mother and raising little children. Did you enjoy that time of your life when the kids were younger?
Yeah, but it was busy. I mean, it really is. We had the 2 boys, and then I got my girl. I said, the 3rd one is it, no more. Girl, I mean, we had thought we might have 3, but I said, we're not changing our minds to 4. Girl or boy, that was it.
So tell me, what do you remember of kids as children? What were each of them like growing up, personality-wise? What was Carl like as a young boy?
Well, I'm remembering him being pretty congenial. He was pretty easy to get along with, as I remember.
Pretty active boy? What did he like to do?
Those are those things that I don't remember, things like that.
Well, how about Craig as a young boy? What was he like?
Craig was the middle child, and I think that's a very hard child to be. He, like 2 brothers, they were completely different. He was harder to handle. He had his own ideas. Wasn't as easy to get to do what you wanted him to do.
Maybe a little stronger will.
Yeah, stronger will. That's a good word. And Cheryl was pretty easygoing, as I remember.
How about as they grew up? Did they kind of mellow out or change, or what are they like today, I guess, personality-wise? Are they still similar, or how would you describe them as adults?
No, they're easy to get along with. You know, Craig outgrew that. Craig lives in Denver, so he's not here now. He comes back. He likes K-State football. He comes back for some of the games, and we get to see him because he'll come to Kansas City. And then when we have our vacation time at the lake, most of the time he tries to get down for a weekend. We have a lot of fun with our Kansas friends. My two, well, Carl and Terry went to K-State, but when they got their masters, they were both married, and so they got their masters from KU.
Well, then they have a little KU blood in them.
And my family was all very KU oriented. So we yell for KU in everything, and we watch all their games, just like K-State.
So you really like both schools.
Well, yeah, but our kids went to K-State, and you know, they are more K-State oriented. They don't have quite the, you know, and that's fine.
They're not going to root for KU, huh?
I don't think that, I think some of them would not root for KU. I really do. But we, you know, like I said, it was just, well, we enjoy the games, and it's fun. It's fun to watch KU in the basketball, but it's more fun to watch K-State football.
It's nice to have both to watch, right?
Right.
And Cheryl, I know Carl's here, and Cheryl's here also.
Cheryl's lives in Lenexa. She has two girls who are at Shawnee Mission West.
And Carl has the two daughters.
Yeah, I have 4 granddaughters.
Yeah.
That's it. Craig doesn't have any to our knowledge. I say that laughingly.
Yeah. Well, with the 3 children growing up, I know Carl said that you always made it a priority to be at all of their activities.
I tried.
Was that important to you?
Yeah, I tried.
Do you have good memories of watching your children participate?
Yeah, and I think Cheryl got, for some reason, we didn't quite make it to all her activities. When she was in gymnastics for a little while, I didn't get to all her meets, which I felt bad about, but...
Probably hard with the other 2 also,
well,
huh?
I mean, it just didn't work out sometimes.
Were you involved with them at their school growing up and in helping with their activities?
I remember being more involved when they were in grade school, kind of, but I don't remember being as involved in junior high or high school, and we went to programs. Sure. We did that kind of thing.
Well, there isn't as much for parents to help with then.
That's right.
Yes. Now, I understand you went to the Lake of the Ozarks every year?
We go every year.
Do you have a place there, or do you
We have a
place?
timeshare.
Okay.
We have 5 weeks, but we don't go in the winter.
And did you always take the family there?
The family has always gone there, yeah.
Do you have fond memories of those vacations?
Oh, we still do it.
What do you do when you go?
Oh, the guys play golf. One of Charlie's friends has a home down there. We don't have a boat or anything. We have this place. And he has a boat. He has everything you could ever want. And the kids still, they started doing this several years ago, and now I think, but he's always down there, and he says, you know, they're always welcome. Charlie and I don't go over there. We let the kids go now, and they take the beer, and they go boating. And I honestly can't see sitting out in the hot sun. I don't drink beer. Just doesn't appeal to me at all. We went once, and we came home, and I said, did you enjoy that?
What do you enjoy about going to the lake?
Just being around the family, and we go, you know, we eat together. We either bring food in or we go to a restaurant. My rule when we first started going down there was I will not cook. I said, this is my vacation too, I will not cook. So we take down stuff for sandwiches. They bring what they want for breakfast. I bring milk. We buy a big cinnamon roll down there, and then if they want cereal, they bring that. They bring their own sandwich stuff. I'll bring mustard, mayonnaise. And for dinner...
Do you have favorite places that you go to?
I'm not good at remembering names.
Well, Craig mentioned Little Rizzo's.
Yeah.
And Backwater Jack's. I think he said that's more of the kids' favorite restaurant.
Yeah, that's a place that they like better than we do.
Okay.
But we go, you know.
Do all the families come together? Is there room for everyone?
You really want to know? We have 3 bedrooms and a bed in the living room. A sofa makes into a bed, so that's 8 people that it's supposed to have. Well, there's usually more than 8 there. And the last time we even had a boyfriend there. The kids made this rule. Charlie and I have our bedroom and nobody's going to sleep in there. Us 2, that's our room. Wherever the rest of them sleep, we don't have to know. And, you know, the fellas get up and play golf, and so they're gone in the mornings. But honestly, I don't know how they get, 14 or 15 people in there. There's 8 there's 6 more in beds, 6, 7, 8 of us. So the other 5 or whatever are sleeping on mattresses or whatever they bring.
It works.
It works.
And have you enjoyed your children's spouses?
We say that we couldn't have picked out better spouses for our kids. We taught them to pick out a good spouse. Maybe they learned from us. But truthfully, we are so pleased with Cheryl's husband and Tim and Terry. They just couldn't be better.
That's a real blessing, isn't it?
Oh, it's fun. Even now, like we can't go to a lot of Tessa's volleyball games. I can't handle the steps if in a school with the railings and steps. And Tim when he goes to the games, he sends us, on Facebook, he sends us the scores as the girl. I mean, they just...
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Thoughtful.
He knows we're interested,
Yes.
and of course we're not always... But most of the time, when the games are in the morning, we're around here, and he sends us the scores. And
that's fun.
Yeah, it is.
So I understand your children threw you a special 50th wedding anniversary.
Yes, they did.
What was that like?
That was really an exciting time.
Was it a surprise, or did you know about it?
No, we knew it was. We knew it was coming. This year will be our 60th in November. But it was really a very nice. They did a great job, and
a lot of friends came.
Yes, it was really nice. But for my 60th, I'm almost thinking. I mean, I don't know because they haven't even asked me, so don't tell them I said it.
I won't. What were you thinking?
No, I almost thinking I'd just like to have family for some reason. Family. And maybe family and some other members of family other than my close family. I have cousins, maybe, that would be fun to have.
Sure.